Hi, we are back and we are with Anvil8 Games, and we're going to talk to them a little bit about their game, Aetherium. How's it going for the show for you guys?
Oh, it's been great. Super busy. We're sold out of the giveaways that we were giving out from the coupon book. So yeah, it's been a crazy first 2 days so far.
Superb, yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
So what's new that you guys have brought for the show?
Well, the game itself, Aetherium just came out in April, and this is the first time that we've been to Gen Con as a company, so that's been pretty exciting.
Yeah?
So,
yeah?
Yep.
Very good. And been very well received with people?
We've been kind of overwhelmed, actually. I mean, it's been absolute chaos here all day today and yesterday as well. And we knew Gen Con was going to be a big deal, but we've just been blown away by the reception. It's been fantastic, yeah.
That's so good. Now, I know every time we walk by, you've had people playing at your demos. How's the reception been? People liking the game?
Yeah, something we've learned from the last couple of conventions we've been to is that our game demos really well, and people tend to really receive it really well once they get a chance to try it hands-on. And then we've had other full demos in one of the other halls as well, so we've been having people get sent to us from them or sending people there when we've been too packed, so it's been great.
Very nice. You want to tell everybody generally what Aetherium is about and kind of how it works?
Sure. It's a tabletop miniatures board game, so it combines the best elements of board gaming and miniatures games. It's 32 millimeters, and it's set in a cyberpunk world where the actual events of the game take place in this virtual reality. It's a mindscape, a little bit like Matrix or Tron, but with a couple really interesting twists as well. Yeah.
Very nice. What makes this game different than some of the other games on the market?
Well, like Brian was saying, it is a cross between like a miniatures game and a board game. So if you're new to mini games, it's a nice introduction because there's not a lot of models in it, and it's not a massive investment to get started. The rule book isn't a 700-page tome. It's really easy just to get into things. The models are easy to assemble and things like that. If you're a board gamer, it is a whole game in a box. You don't need to buy other things to play a full game or enjoy the game at its full potential. The core set has everything that you need. Mechanics wise, the one thing that kind of separates our game and makes it its kind of unique thing is that the tiles on the board you can manipulate by moving them and rotating them and kind of restructuring the game field as you play, and people have found that's a lot of fun and opens up like a whole new level of strategy. It's almost like having a third player in the game to deal with, because both you and your opponent have the capability to do that.
Very, very good. So it is set up for 2 players. It is a 2-player game then, yes?
It is set up ideally for 2 players. More players can kind of work on a scaled down version of it, but 2 players is definitely the sweet spot, yeah.
Very good. Well, I like the things that you guys have mentioned so far because I think you've really covered approachability by it not being tremendously overwhelming and being a contained thing in one box. Big selling points, because it's hard when you're deciding to get in on a new game. You know, yes, maybe you want to do it, but are you going to have somebody else that you think you're going to, they're going to want to play it too? Do they have to buy all these things to be able to do it along with you? So it's nice that you can go, okay, here we go, let's play this.
Absolutely, and that's a big part of our approach. I mean, we're gamers as well, and so when we early on, we kind of sat down and said, like, what do we want, and tried to make that game, and kind of, we like that aspect of bringing our best product to the table as possible, yeah.
So good. Anything coming down the pipe for you guys in the future?
Yes, our new faction called House Akaru is going to be coming out. We're probably going to be hitting Kickstarter in about a month or 2 to release them. For those that don't know, Aetherium was a Kickstarter game that we did last year and successfully funded. Got some cool stretch goals that made the box better for everybody now, and it's going to stay that way. And we got from finished Kickstarter to fulfilled pledges in less than a year, something we're very proud of, and we're taking that approach again. We wanted to have the Kickstarter around Gen Con, but some things weren't ready, so we want to make sure that just about everything's in place. At this point, all the sculpts are done, all but one of the models are at our manufacturer, all the cards are done, all the tokens are done, all the schemas are done, our Kickstarter videos are done. The only thing that's really left is we're editing the book that's going to come out with it. So we want to make sure there's a few things left. We want to make sure we get some models in hand too, and with Gen Con, of course, everybody's busy. But once that comes out, we're going to have got pledge levels that are friendly for everybody. If you're new to Ethereum, you can get the box game as an add-on. If you're a veteran or if you're just a mini gamer, you'll be able to get everything a la carte. We got a couple different pledge levels that'll make things nice and easy and simple. But it'll be a new faction with their full rules. They'll have an optional codex, which you don't need to play because all the models come with their rules when you buy them. And then we'll have a pledge level to get everything, and we'll have a pledge level just to get kind of a full army, or just a couple models here and there too. So probably in about a month or so.
So nice, something to look for sure.
And then on top of that, we have a new game title coming out next year, actually. So
anything you can talk about?
Under wraps a little bit, but we're about halfway through the development of this next game, and it's well, we're a bit further than that, but it's coming out early next year.
Are you able to say, is it a miniature game? Is it a board game? We can't talk about it yet.
It's a card game that will probably have like one or two components of like miniature aspects to them, yeah.
So cool. Well, there's something to look for. If you're in the neighborhood and you can get over to Gen Con, make sure you stop by and see the guys here for Anvil8 Games. Try out Aetherium. Get yourself a set. And it was a pleasure talking to you guys.
Thanks a lot.
Appreciate
Appreciate it.
Thanks.